Welcome to the Lost at Home podcast. Here are your hosts, Scott Bear and Jeremiah Johnson.
Hey, hey, welcome to the Lost at Home podcast. Hey, my name is Scott.
Just Jeremiah.
Hey, hey, we're gonna do this. We're gonna do it, Tony style.
Nope, I'm not gonna.
From Full House. Tony, I'm Tony from Full House.
That character didn't exist on Full House.
Hey-o.
Believe you're talking about Who's the Boss?
Talking about a full house here. Now we have a boss. This house just got fuller. Like house. Like Netflix. Like Fuller House.
So, what kind of show are we? I just want to make sure that people out there know that this is not the kind of show we are.
Who's the Boss? Full House crossover show. We talk about episodes of both shows and mash each episode pair into a new episode.
I'm Uncle Jesse.
Hey. Where's Angela? She's a twin now and a baby.
Michelle. Hey, Stephanie. Yeah, how rude.
Yeah, I actually do want now to see a mashup of Full House and...
Everybody just sounds like a bad Tony Danza impression.
Everyone in the show, even the baby.
Oh, how rude! Yo!
Yeah.
Oh! Cut it out! Oh!
Well, listeners, that was a small sample of what we do in this show. We take content, and specifically weird news stories from the internet, things that fall through the cracks, stuff you won't see on NBC, Fox, MSNBC, etc., we take those weird, obscure news stories and we report on them, and then we twist them into new content, just like the new content you heard.
That's right. That's what Scott does. I drink 1,000 gold, 1,000 silver, and tequila.
Did you have to turn the bottle around to find out if it was silver or gold when
it's clearly I can look through it and see you? Yes, I clearly...
If you can see me through it, it's silver.
Sorry, Scott. I had too much 1,000 gold.
If you can see me through it and I have a tan, it's gold.
Maybe you just got a tan. All right. So anyway, no, we're not brought to you by Sauza. But what was
brought to you by Ajax. Ajax, you know what you'd use it for. I want every ad for everything to be that.
Ajax Gold. No, Ajax Silver. Okay.
Silver, the Ajax you can see through. Why are you looking through our Ajax? You're using it wrong. All right, so
promise you it gets better than this, folks.
Well,
actually, I can't promise that at all.
The news portion of the show comes up a little bit later in the show. It's called Web Droppings, and we have rotating segments that we sometimes do at the top of the show. We haven't used this one in, I think, like 8-9 months now.
Yep.
AAA, which is Awesome or Asinine Apps.
Yep. And
before that, thanks to our great listener, Tin.
That's right.
Sorry, Tin, you put too many N's in your username. We have a new opening segment that
I
started a few
it was
months
like
ago. Ooh, I like that. Like a chainsaw just idling. Like a chainsaw idling. Tin, you're like a chainsaw idling.
Well, yeah, we've got State of Horror, which sometimes we do at the beginning and sometimes at the end of the show.
Yeah,
we've missed it. We've missed it a couple times.
Tin didn't tell us where to use it. He just said to use it.
Yeah, just use it.
Actually, he didn't even say that. He said, could you? I have an idea. Guys.
Yeah.
Guys.
Oh, right. Said it's ours now.
Let me do my Tin impression real quick.
Okay, yeah.
Hey, guys.
Oh, I
have this idea for your show. Oh, it's a goodie. What we're going to do is we're going to take a state. Oh, we're going to do a horror thing about it. Oh.
Okay.
And then we're going to... You guys can say it. Oh. All right,
okay, so I gotta be honest with you. I've never heard Tin talk, but I've got my own. I was
going to say, do you have a Tin impression?
Whoa, my brother! Anytime you go to the show and you want something good to play, you just look to the stage and you say, "What's the scary thing in that state?" And you say, "That's the horror in that state." And then you play the horror in that state, and you call it the state of horror. Brother, 'cause that's how we do.
I think either one could be Tin easily.
Either one, that's the beauty of not knowing somebody is you get to create your own character in your head. Either way, we're very happy.
You know what?
Came to the show.
We've done some fun stuff in the past where we've invited super fans to be on the show.
That's
we've
right.
had Christopher Ball's been on the show.
Yep.
I think
Mr. Jason Northrup.
Jason Northrop's been on the show. A couple super fans. Maybe we'll get Tim on the show someday. Maybe we'll have a three-way kind of talk and we can get him on Skype.
And we will figure out which one of us is closer in our impression.
Yeah.
All right.
I still think he's more of a. Oh, please, sir.
I don't think so.
Please,
I
sir.
think he'll kiss somebody who talks like
could
that. But he'll smash their
I
head
have a
into
story
like a
on the
fucking
show?
melon.
I think he's that. Both of those combined at the same time.
Talking at the same time?
He's like one of those throat
I
singers.
was just gonna say that. Yeah,
Yes.
those like the monks that are just
Yeah,
like
they can sing in 2 octaves at once with their throat.
I just was making a didgeridoo impression because I can't sing 2 octaves in my throat.
No, but
I
he
can take 2 octaves in my throat, and by that I mean 12 inches plus 12 inches, 24 inches, 12 octaves, 12 notes is an octave.
Weird.
I was trying to make a
weird story I heard about our listener Tin.
God damn it.
When he was abroad last year, he was in a hostel, and both of his roommates were named Octave, and he took both of them in his throat.
Oh my goodness, yeah.
Yeah.
That's very nice because they didn't have any place else to sleep.
Well, it's like I think a European hostel's like Vegas as a whole. Like
I've seen that movie.
Don't tell. Wait, no, that's the military. Don't tell.
I think just don't tell is like just the Hollywood
I
doctrine.
think that's the creepy uncle that touches kids.
I think that's like
Don't tell.
every creepy person. Wait, you mean don't ask, don't tell? Nope, just don't tell.
tell.
You mean what stays in Uncle Fucky?
What stays in Uncle
Or
Backrub
what happens
stays in Uncle Backrub.
What happens in Uncle Backrub stays in Uncle Backrub. Oh, Uncle Backrub. Anyway, so we are going to get to State of Horror before we get into AAA. I'm going to. So
Jerry,
we
you brought
covered
this to the
yes.
show. This is your show now. Make me proud.
Okay, Alabama. Oh, did I just already not make you proud?
Alabama. My cousin's my sister. My wife's my grandma, and I fuck everything that moves. Alabama.
Honestly, sounds like fucking living the dream to me. Anyway, in the years following the Civil War, Birmingham's Sloss Furnaces, that's what we're going to be calling this, slag of Sloss Furnaces.
Hold on. I have one more
will.
Alabama
okay,
thing.
I made 7 words in.
Yeah. I didn't rape that chair. It gave consent. Yeah, how? It's named consent. I named it.
I carved it in its back, small of its back. It's got a tramp stamp. Yep, me plus consent.
That's it. I'm done.
All right. Anyway, Sloss Furnaces became the mecca of pig iron needed for thousands of steel products around the country. Now,
Pig iron.
what ended up happening?
Fucking put some pig iron in
So
my mouth.
it was
Put some fucking pig iron in my mouth right now.
This is going to
Jared.
take half the show.
Jared,
I knew it.
Ever since I learned about the word pig iron, I just want it in me.
like 4 words ago.
want it in me. Okay, go
Well,
ahead.
so anyway, the industrial boom.
Boom. Oh my god. I'm just kidding. Go ahead.
And we are, thanks for tuning in. We are done with the show now. I'm assuming we're just going to run out of time with this one
With
segment.
this one
Yes.
paragraph.
Yes. So anyway, the industrial boom helped create like this mecca of iron that people were using for various. This was essentially the industrial revolution. And at one point in the early 1900s, James Slag Wormwood, badass name,
Best name ever.
yeah. And guess what? Sounds as badass.
Your
as
last
he
name is Wormwood, and we gave you the nickname Slag.
Yeah, because Wormwood wasn't bad enough.
I know.
Yeah. He's like, I'm just Jimmy Wormwood. We're going to call you Slag. Okie dokie. Anyway, so he was the foreman of the graveyard shift between sunset and sunrise, which is the graveyard shift.
Also, graveyard shift for a man named Slag.
Yes.
Who's working tonight? You mean the graveyard shift? Yeah. Slag.
Slag Wormwood.
No, just
Slag. Oh, okay. Well, that must be a nickname. What's his real name? Fucking Wormwood. Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Oh, we got Wormwood again. Anyway, so he controlled over, I say led, but he controlled over 100 workers. They lived in cramped housing on the furnace site. He forced them to take dangerous risks in order to speed up production. He had great output and was really appreciated because of it, but during his reign, a total of 47 workers lost their lives. Many others lost their ability to work due to horrific accidents, including an explosion that left 6 blind. A burning explosion. So anyway, the rumor, okay, so at one point, old Slaggy Puss, as I'm going to call him, was wandering up on like this upper deck area, a balcony area or whatever, and fell into the molten iron and dissolved immediately. Now, People are saying that maybe he got
Terminator 2 style.
Yes.
He gave a thumbs up as his arms sank.
Good job, boys. So people are saying that he got dizzy from the methane gas and fell over, but people also pointed out that he had literally never ever stepped foot on that level before. So the rumor has been that
before we hear the rumor, I want his last words to be like, "Your bonus checks were in my pocket." Just to add icing to the cake for this asshole.
Yeah, exactly. So anyway, the thing is, though, you know that you're like, he was probably lying, but fuck.
Yeah, but maybe.
Do we blame ourselves for this? So anyway, the rumor is, of course, that the workers got fed up with his bullshit, got him up there, and fucking tossed him in the old furnace.
Makes a lot of sense.
After his disappearance, workers continuously complained of unnatural presence in the work site. Some complained of being pushed from behind or being told by a mysterious voice to get back to work. Mysterious, like that just sounds like your boss was telling you to get back to work because you're so busy listening to the walls for fucking ghosts. You're like, well, I'm just listening to ghosts. Get back to work. A ghost!
Another ghost.
Another ghost! Ghosts all around me. Let's push him in the furnace, boys! No!
As a side note, that was also the same year speaker technology was invented and installed into mines and working situations.
So many people just were not used to it, just like, get back to work. Oh, the devil's at it again! Quick, push the boss in the molten iron again, boys.
It's like people who didn't want their photographs taken because they thought their souls would be taken by the photos. This is not a reach.
Yeah, it's like early 1900s. They're like, a speaker? No, that's God talking. So anyway, 3 supervisors were even found unconscious and locked in a small boiler room. I mean, only to emerge with stories of seemingly burned man who shouted at them to push more steel.
Did you say seemingly or seemingly?
Seemingly.
Okay.
But seemingly would work. Anyway, so there have been more than 100 reports of suspected paranormal activity at Sloss Furnaces in Birmingham. And the beauty of it is now a national historical site, so you can just go wander, and they even have like tours and stuff.
You can wander an abandoned iron factory?
Yes.
That sounds safe.
And here we have the molten lava still just sizzling away. Anybody want to get up there and replay old Sloss's adventure? That's right, it's like a video game. Jump, boys! Yeah. Yes!
It's like Nickelodeon slime in the vat, colored gray.
Yes.
But they want you to like have the experience. You have to like be pushed into it, and you're like, this is just gross. And it's getting in all my orifices. And
and then you.
How did those kids on Nickelodeon not sue you guys? It literally changed the color of my eyebrows.
They were too busy being dissolved.
Eyebrows are gone now.
Yeah.
Also toxic to eyebrows. Changed the color for a minute.
Yeah,
they all fell out.
There's no way that green slime. I remember having
that was before
so much
like
of that
safety
green
regulations
slime.
of modern age really kicked in.
Well, I don't remember if you had any of like those like
it came with like
the
He-Man
like the
sets
slime,
and
the
stuff.
slime mountain or whatever. Like that stuff was, I would eat that shit. Like me and Emerson would just take turns eating that shit as a joke, and that shit poisoned us. There's no way I don't have 19
Dude,
cancers
nothing comes
in
good
my
out of a
belly
He-Man
right now.
playset. You know that from visiting my house.
Inside, deep inside joke.
Dude,
anyway,
you open that He-Man and whoa. I had a similar experience this past week with our insurance photographer. We had a box,
also known as photographer.
He photographed our stove, to which there was a box of something in front of, near the stove. And I thought everything was self-contained, and I could slide the box so we could take photos.
It just broke open as like fucking mountain of dildos or something.
It was sitting on top of a ball gag that he clearly saw.
Like, dogs and their toys. You have like 2 cats.
Both with distended jaws, though, so I'm safe.
Exactly. Yeah.
One cat has a dislocated jaw. I'm like, well, that one can only eat wet food from this point on. We have to spoon feed it in.
Yeah. More like cats and your toys is what you should say. Anyway, I wanted to also point out, and I've mentioned this author before on the show because he's so underrated and he's dead now. The author Michael McDowell wrote the series called The Blackwater Saga. It's technically a series of books, but you can get it in a single book now, or I listened to it on audiobook on Audible. I wish they were a sponsor, because I would say go get them on Audible.
Audible was our sponsor for a brief period
Regardless,
of time.
it is the narrator's amazing, and it's a 37-hour endeavor, but it is fucking amazing, called The Blackwater Saga by Michael McDowell. Michael McDowell, I think I mentioned for the Elementals before on the show. It takes place in Alabama, and it covers like 3 generations of the same family. It is epic. It is amazing. He's considered like one of the best horror novelists ever, but unfortunately he was just never really that highly regarded. That being said, he's probably best known for writing the wonderful movie Beetlejuice. He's a screenplay writer for that,
amazing.
and Nightmare Before Christmas, I believe, as well.
That's amazing.
So anyway, he's got the Southern Gothic style. I would highly recommend the Blackwater Saga, and check out the Sloss Furnaces. I have not been there. I was not aware of it. If I head down that way, for New Orleans or something like that, I might take a little detour. Check out that Sloss Furnaces.
Very nice.
Furnaces. I'm talking like a president now. I'm presidential. Sloss Furnaces.
Now, Jared, we're about to move into AAA, Awesome or Asinine Apps.
Yeah, we've never had a theme song for this ever, and we're not going to have one today.
We always make them up on the go. You ready?
Okay, yep.
You're the more musical person. I'll just lead you in. I'll lead you in.
Okay.
Awesome or asinine.
Awesome or asinine.
Awesome or asinine.
Awesome or asinine apps.
Yeah, all right. Or whatever
Sorry,
Michael Jackson
and you're
says.
welcome.
Yeah, I think it's a mixture of both.
Yeah.
Hey, before we jump into this, how are your nail beds doing?
My what?
Your nail beds.
Nail beds?
Yeah, the little bit of skin on top of your nail.
All usually horrible.
Okay.
I bite my nails, so
I
they're
just
in
learned
usually
today.
terrible condition.
I just learned today that women have taken to judging a man's dick length by looking at the health of their dick beds.
Yeah, when they can just see your dick out, you're like, your dick bed is like 7 inches. Yeah,
It's just a tinier bed you lay on your side, and no, apparently if you have if your skin on your nail bed like kind of creeps into your nail more, like longer skin,
mine does.
You have a longer dick.
Mine does, but it's just because I don't take care of it. Because people do like cuticle shit and whatnot.
Yeah, you need cuticle pushback. It's your cuticle.
But I don't do that. I bite my fucking nails, so of course I'm gonna look like I got a big old dick.
Nah, mine all look different. I don't think. I think this looks
Just like your dick.
I think this looks like I have 9 different dicks.
Also, all my dicks look different.
I can literally have my hand on a table and some girl could be like, "Oh well, you got a small dick," and I just change fingers.
Yeah,
She'd be
just like, "Oh my god, marry me!"
And then once again, change fingers to one I chewed on.
Yeah, she's
and be
like,
Quano!
Just speaking to her. Anyway, that was not even part of any of these stories. That was news to me. That was not even in our notes.
No, it was just a thing that popped in my life. I feel like sometimes on this show we don't share a lot of our lives, like a lot of podcasts do. They spend maybe the first 5 to 10 minutes kind of chit-chatting about, like, how was your day? Oh, I paid the rent. Sometimes it's boring. So I figure if
I never pay the rent, so that helps me.
Well, I was going to say, if interesting stuff comes up, you just pepper it into the show.
Okay.
I don't know if that works, though, because I think a lot of the more popular podcasts have people who get like invested in the host. They're like, oh my god, how's his life? Oh shit, his car got wrecked yesterday.
But I don't know.
But
the good ones still just pepper him in. I'm gonna shout out one of our favorites of
MacTac.
Well, actually, MacTac as well. Yes,
MacTac actually has the sin I just spoke of.
Yes,
they talk about their lives for the first 50% of the show, and then do their show for the next 50%. And because we know them, that's super intriguing.
Yes.
And I'm not shitting on their show at all, but if it were peppered in a little more organically, it would feel like you're listening to the show and then you're hearing highlights of their
I was thinking of
lives.
like last podcast where like I know so much about Ben,
all their lives.
Yeah, Ben, Henry, and Marcus, and like even some of like their like individual like issues.
Timothy
like Marcus's
is
like mental
Timothy,
health.
Ezekiel, and Walnut.
You haven't listened, have you?
Oh, Walnut's my favorite. He cracks me up.
Oh shit! Of course, he's the one with all the jokes.
He's nuts.
I'm actually very proud of you. I actually don't think I've ever been this proud of you on the show ever.
Just rolled a tear.
I did. He's my boy.
Unfortunately, Jared also doesn't know how to make joints, so that's a very wet rolling paper in front of him right now.
It's a terribly rolled tear.
It'll burn when it dries.
So
I promise, Mom.
Yeah, I guess we mentioned some of our life here and there, but not.
We do. I think when we go on vacations, when we have giant life events, like today was a great example.
Yeah,
I heard that, and
right.
I thought it was a fun bit of information.
I was diagnosed with HIV.
I brought my cat to the doctor, and you gave it HIV.
I did not even know I was capable of giving the feline HIV, but apparently feline AIDS and human AIDS are not that far apart. As long as the difference is you just gotta fuck a cat.
Yeah, and I'm not going to give a lot of listeners hope. They gave my cat flea meds and said it'll be fine. So, Jer, do you want my extra flea meds?
Oh, I've been taking flea meds like nobody's business.
Then you should be fine.
For years, preemptively, just to make sure. I don't want those AIDS.
Quick disclosure, we are not doctors. Nothing we say on this show can be taken as a doctor's note or any kind of doctoral advice. Yes, what we say is not factual, is not real, and if you do it, it is on your own Discord. Yes. Is Discord the right word? I know it's an app.
Also want to note that on the opposite side of that, I guarantee if you take flea medicine, you will not get AIDS and you can have unprotected sex with anybody you want. Also, sit in front of any microwaves you want and you won't get cancer. Actually, I don't think that you will anyway, because I think I'm thinking back to the 70s when that was a scare.
I can also say confidently as Tony, hey, those fleas, they're not going to give you AIDS. That medicine not going to take away the AIDS. Oh, this show came out in the 80s, height of the AIDS epidemic. Oh, bad to make a joke now.
Oh, whoa. Yeah, it's all about cancer now.
How you doing over there, Michelle?
I got cancer, so not so good.
Well, put some more flea meds on that not twin.
No, I'm pretty sure it was a flea meds.
I didn't say not twin. We just say that about our kids that are not twin.
I'm pretty sure it was a flea meds that gave me cancer from, trying to preempt AIDS.
Oh, it's the 80s. Reagan put AIDS in everything. Have fun with your Fanta.
Yep. Old Reagan pudding.
Then we got like this baby Yoda shot of like Michelle just drinking a Fanta and dying of AIDS, like in time lapse. Like it's like the fox decomposing.
Oh,
that you
yeah.
See. You just see like her like baby Yoda style, like just picking up this big Fanta, taking a sip, and then just like.
It's inverse time lapse where it actually like we had to slow it down because it happened so fast.
Yeah. No, this is 1.01 seconds every second.
That's how quick Fanta will kill you that quick, folks.
Luckily, she was a twin, so we had another one we could bring on stage. Hi, I'm the other one. You can't talk yet.
Yeah, what's your name? They just called me other one, but...
That's what my parents call me. That one's the breadwinner.
That's right. People also started calling me non-cancer a little while ago. I didn't know what that was about till, just now. What with my sister dying of cancer.
They call her the breadwinner. They call me the bread eater. It's ironic we're both going to be anorexic in 20 years.
I just have a lot more to throw up. Wait, that's bulimic. It's different.
Tomato bulimic.
Making light of serious disorders, lost at home. Let's get into AAA.
All right, our first story this week.
We're going right into like lighter territory.
Oh, definitely. TikTok, the very popular singing app where you can basically stand up, dance around, and sing, and it edits your videos.
It's essentially new Vines. Let's call it new Vines.
It's new Vines.
It's like people do what? Except they're 15-second videos. Is that what they are now? Or
I think they're even shorter. I think they're 10.
Or like 6-second.
I have the app on my phone.
No, maybe Vines were like 50. I don't know what. Like
Vines were time limited, but so are TikToks. I just don't know the time differential.
15 seconds to 60 seconds.
Okay, so I have TikTok. I have an account. I follow it. Some comedians are on there, and they do some amazingly funny stuff.
People who do short form comedy. Comedy is great for short form. So is horror.
It's basically new Vine, except you can also watch sometimes really hot girls sing along to songs I've never heard, and suddenly my Spotify category gets bigger. I've actually downloaded music because of TikTok.
Oh, yes, your Spotify category. That's what you're calling your nail bed now? Is that what it is? That's what I'm hearing? I'm making a dick joke.
Sure.
Continue,
but yeah,
please.
there's funny comedians, there's hot girls, and there's an opportunity if you're a little out of touch in the music scene to find new music. So it has 3 pluses. Its negatives apparently come from people using this app to deny the Holocaust. I wish I had known they were doing this before they banned it, because I just want a feed of saved videos of people being like, the Holocaust,
15 to 60 seconds. Like,
it never happened.
Yeah.
Prince is dead. This isn't his song, but Jews are wrong.
Pretty well.
Like,
that's
what
what's
did they
about
do?
This.
Like,
here's the thing. And
I've never seen a Holocaust denying TikTok. Ever.
Any social media platform is obviously going to be like filled with conspiracy theorists of some kind, and the Holocaust deniers are a big conspiracy theory. So it makes sense.
And they're big on TikTok. They love putting on crop tops and singing in their bedroom in front of their fucking Justin Bieber posters.
What do you say about the Holocaust? What a cost? No, it cost. It didn't.
And then it cuts out because now,
Yeah.
No. If I had known this was a real thing before they had reported it and said they're taking them down, which I guess as of right now, all of them are gone.
Yeah.
Morbidly, like I'm not
a master compilation.
I know the Holocaust happened.
Yeah.
I'm not dumb.
Yes.
I want to watch people, like teenagers, sing diddy boppy songs about the Holocaust not happening. Like, we would just shut off the mics right now and just end the show on a string of them.
Give me like a hot 20-year-old in a crop top singing about the Holocaust not happening, and I'll just like, you know what? Maybe it didn't. Hey, my penis says, I don't know. Maybe it didn't happen.
You're just hovering your finger over the like turn off button, if you will, but just being like, one nip slip and I'm a believer.
And then you're like, okay, I'll put some smiley faces and whatnot.
I'll push you some hearts. Yeah, I mean, not as many hearts as the Jews that you say didn't die.
Yeah,
but
well, how much can I hit 6 million hearts real quick?
Oh shit, her likes equaled the number of Jews that died. I think we have a problem.
I mean, sorry, those that didn't die.
TikTok probably had an alert set up in their background, like for their IT guys, like, someone got as many likes about a Holocaust song of the amount of people who died in the Holocaust. We got the red flag. Time to shut her down. Shut her down.
Yeah.
We were waiting for it to hit that mark. It had to hit 6 million. No, shut her down. Shut her down.
6 million fake dead Jews, and we got to shut this down because we are the Jew-run media after all. That's what they said when they shut it down. Of course,
it was all.
I'm sure that's what people are saying now. Is like, oh, leave it to the left liberal Jew-run media to shut down the truth. How about maybe you're stupid? You don't know how history works.
I think most of them were
believe in flat Earth. That's like innocent.
I want to say most of these videos were probably
flat Earth.
19-year-old dudes with shaved heads and Metallica t-shirts who were doing Frozen's "Do You Want to Build a Snowman?" and like, do you want to hear a theory? The Holocaust never happened.
Wow, you know those songs. That's great.
I've seen Frozen. It's a great movie. It's the best X-Men. It's the best X-Men movie ever made. It's basically about a superhero.
I've actually heard from many people that Frozen 2 actually beats Frozen 1.
Oh, I've not seen Frozen 2.
I've heard from almost everybody that is like the biggest Frozen fans in the world.
Frozen 1
that I know have been saying, and they're not saying that Frozen 1 is bad. They're just saying Frozen 2 somehow fucking
got better.
They got better. Yeah. I love the Pixar movies, man. I like any Pixar movies. Great. I liked Frozen 1 as well. Josh Gad got a great voice.
My whole thing about Frozen is it's the best X-Men movie ever. It's literally like a superhero movie, but with heart and actually insanely catchy music that you don't even need to like.
It's like literally everything the actual other Disney Marvel movies are fucking missing is some heart,
I want to say Endgame had heart.
I'm getting there.
I know
people
cried during Endgame.
People cried during Endgame.
I cried during.
Are you sure it wasn't because you were watching a Korean bootleg version on your floor?
It was.
Because I'm pretty sure that may have been why you were.
It was part of it. I'm not gonna lie.
I've never felt like worse for you in your life, and I've been there. We've known each other almost 30 years now,
thick and thin.
And you and I've been through each other's shit and helped each other out so much. And I've never felt worse for you in my life. When I read that Facebook post of just you being like, I'm sitting on my floor watching a Korean bootleg version on my iPhone. I'm like, I should go help him. So yes, but anyway, I do hear that that has heart. I've loved a lot of those movies as well. But Frozen 2 is supposed to be great, and I will give any of those Pixar movies my time any day. So.
All right, next AAA, we have Facebook bans deepfakes. And the story title says kind of, only because of two new terms I'd never heard of before. And if you're a longtime listener to the show, we don't really want to spend more than 30 seconds explaining deepfakes. It is where you can take a video and a picture of someone, and you can make that picture be the face of the video.
Oh, and deepfakes really is
So
utilizing
you could have
artificial intelligence to do this all the time.
Machine learning.
Yes, machine learning, artificial intelligence, like to take somebody's like face and essentially put it on somebody else's body.
So
or
what you end up with
vice
is
versa.
your favorite porn video, the one you jack off to
But
the most,
with,
Scarlett Johansson's
yeah.
face on the body
Yes.
of the woman or the guy. Doesn't matter actually. You can do
Actually, you
anything
could have done.
want.
Yeah, you could do that. Well, I think we were talking.
Nah,
at
Scarlett
one point-
Johansson's pretty hung.
Yeah. Oh, she's got some nail beds on her.
No wonder she's a Black Widow. She's stabbed all of her previous partners.
Oh, I thought you were going to go racist with a big dick and black, but
No, she
you're
stabbed
better than
him.
me.
She
Okay.
stabbed him. With
Yes,
a
that's
dick.
right.
That with that.
I like that
I'm trying to
B-
think of a male porn star.
I like
name.
that
James.
B,
That James Dean dick.
Oh, I was going to say that BBWC, that big Black Widow cock.
Ooh.
Yeah, we're getting into some real Pornhub territory here.
So
I hear.
What I didn't know, and this is the bigger part of the story to me. I mean, off the surface of the title, Facebook bans deep fakes. Cool. Two things learned from this story. Number one, 96% of all deep fakes are porn.
That does not surprise me whatsoever.
Nope.
Because that's the reason it probably started existing anyway. I mean, hell, VHS existed because of that.
And
you know?
second thing I learned is Cheapflakes. Cheap. Well, no.
They're fine.
They're fine. Do that one more time for me. Oh my god. They're fine.
Cheapflakes, they're fine. That's our new content already.
No, we're done. Roll credits. And Finn.
Okay.
Okay.
Anyway.
The other one is that I learned about two new words, and that is not one of them. Cheap fakes
right,
and
yeah.
shallow fakes.
But thank God
that's
you got
where
that
you
wrong.
use shitty editing software on your iPhone or your computer to do very weak versions of
which
deepfakes.
but the shittiest of that, like editing stuff, can do a lot of
Joe
harm.
Biden and
The
Nancy
recent
Pelosi
one, yep.
both had deep. No, they had cheap fakes. Oh my god.
Cheap
Did
fakes.
the episode
They have
title be
cheap
Cheap Flakes?
It's going to be, yes.
Yeah,
Cheap
it has
fakes.
to be this one.
Okay, but yes, they both have cheap fakes,
Which are just shitty, and you can tell they're fake, but they're funny to
but,
watch.
But yes and no. I mean, because like the Joe Biden one is a little different because somebody actually used real editing. They cut pieces out. They put different
where it's
banners on.
and I don't suck young boys' dicks every day.
Wait. So the cheap fake.
That's editing. That's
was
cheap
there to
editing.
make him sound like he didn't suck boys' dicks. He's like, no, I know that's fake because I suck dick every day.
Yeah.
I find as many succulent boys, and I get
Actually, that is the best use of
the
cheap
juice
fakes.
from the gherkins.
That is the best use of cheap fakes.
Trying to make somebody innocent, and
Yeah,
they fuck it up.
Go on Trump's. They're like, I am the best president ever. Although he's probably said those words in a line that I don't
But
need
you
to
still
cut
cut
up.
them from different ones where like he's standing in front of like a chopper one and they're like not. But yeah, but the Joe Biden one was big, and then the Pelosi one was even lazier. They just slowed her down to 75%, made her sound a little drunk, and pushed it out. The problem is that
That's what the Ralph Report does every episode for previous segments. They literally do the iPhone slowdown.
Yes.
And do some of their segments that
Jimmy Kimmel has drunk Trump or whatever, where he drops him down to 50%.
The Ralph Report does that, where they have their guests,
yeah.
where they have their host say something about food he doesn't like. They have a segment on the show where he doesn't like food.
Right, yeah.
And
our boy Ralph
Garman, our
yeah.
good boy here. They slow it down, and it makes and I love what they do. It's a shtick because it's the best shtick ever. His co-host does not drink and has never had a drink in his life. So they slow him down to make him sound drunk.
That's all it takes, because
And he's like, I wouldn't eat that.
But
that sounds disgusting. But when you hear him normally, he's like, I wouldn't eat that. Sounds disgusting.
Yeah, but where that makes a difference is like you're saying this is a bit, and what they're saying is the thing that they're trying to fake, like they're trying to get rid of with
slowing
deepfakes.
Nancy Pelosi down by 75% throwing the internet. The 1% of the population that thinks that's real.
It was more than that. The problem is like it got because it got shared like crazy. Same with the Joe Biden thing.
Well,
and one of the people
share because it would be funny.
And the people on the Joe Biden thing, a big chunk of people were anti-Joe Biden people on the left that shared it too. So you had all these people who shared this thing that made it look like Joe Biden is a racist. And all it takes.
I didn't see the Joe Biden one. I was curious if it was him just groping a 14-year-old's like A cup. And then they just slowed it down, so he just kept caressing it while giving the same...
like boomeranged it?
Well, giving the same word in his
Once
speech.
is okay.
And he's like, peace. Peas.
I like the
And
fact
his
that at some
hand
point,
is just going up and down on this 14-year-old girl's boob.
like it was
'Cause we
okay
all
for him
know-
to do it once.
Well, Biden's a perv. We all know that.
We know that he's
he's
a
Uncle
close hugging grandpa.
He's Uncle Senile, and if he heard me hear that, if he heard me say that, he
Yes.
would say that's malarkey.
Yes, exactly. But what it is so there was
How is fucking Bernie older and more crypt keepier looking, but he talks like a teenager? And then
except for the fact that he literally talks like a 90-year-old man. But he says, "You want to twerk? You twerk." That's all there is to it.
if you want to twerk, you need to work. We're gonna have everyone working soon,
right.
and then we're gonna have everyone twerking.
Of course, unless you don't want to work, in which case
My Biden's not good. It's
we
not
will
good. You're-
make sure that the top 1% of twerkers are not twerking with 99% of their ass. Because that's really the big problem here. It's 99% of the meat goes to 1% of the heat. What am I saying here?
You're saying that Medicare can't handle all those twerking injuries.
Medicare for all is part of the solution.
You almost said problem.
I don't know much. But yes, no. So, the issue with the Biden thing is that he
Biden's
was
weird.
Is somebody cut together a speech of him talking about like oh, racism, that's bad, and they cut together the piece because you can just take words. Obviously, if you're talking about racism, you're going to be talking about some
racism's bad, but being good about learning about how to not be racist is good. And
But-
they
but,
just
uh,
take the word good out and put it where bad was.
But in the hands of like even a semi-talented editor,
Oh, I
with
could have done
just
this.
GarageBand.
I could have done
not
that
GarageBand,
same-
but like
You and I-
iMovie.
You and I could have done the same video.
Easily.
It would have taken no work.
And the problem is like it's obvious when you start dissecting it. Like this is fake, this is disinformation. The thing is, though, people they think with their hearts first, and they immediately jump on it. They retweet it. They don't pay attention. They're like, I want this to be true, so I'm gonna like. So all you need to do is have something true for like an hour, and it will completely fucking tank somebody's campaign, things like that. And that's the concern about the shallow fakes. Or what do they call these? The cheap flakes.
Cheap flakes and shallow flakes.
Yes, yeah.
I like those shallow flakes. They're like little bowls for my milk. It's like you put your bowls in a bowl and you put your milk in. And all you got these little bowls with milk in them and a bigger bowl full of milk. Some of them float like tiny boats.
Oh, tiny boats.
Oh, yeah, voting Trump. Tiny boats, 2020.
2020. Wait, 28,220?
I'm a Trump supporter. Facts don't matter.
Exactly.
What year is it? A voting year.
It's a voting
Not
year, yeah.
Numbers? I still sign my checks with Confederate flag stamps.
Yeah, well, he was retarded, so we let him do it. So. Anyway,
I put the year 1812 and I just stamped my name with a Confederate flag stamper.
Goddamn good year there was.
It doesn't even accurately represent the colors of the Confederate flag because colors.
That's right.
Tell me about those colors again. We don't need so many.
These colors don't run. I just type in.
We were
I
fine
just-
with white. Oh, shit, that's a black stamper.
Well,
Shit, I just stamped a Confederate flag in black. There's some irony there.
yeah. Why don't you give me black checks? I could start typing white on them. You don't make black checks?
Can you also explain the word irony?
Good for you, but I really wish you would.
I think I learned that word through osmosis from the internets.
Yeah, pig irony, I think, is what it's called. From the slag furnaces or whatever it's called. Anyways, I tried to print out "I secede" on my check, but unfortunately, I just kept misspelling it to "succeed," and people said, "Good for you, you inspirational motherfucker, you."
Cheapflakes, they're what's for dinner. Bring it around.
They're fine.
Anyway, so Facebook laid out the new policy and said pretty much like they're not going to cut down on stuff like the Joe Biden video or the Elizabeth Warren video because really what they're saying is it has to fit this very specific definition. It has to be created by AI and it also has to make it sound like somebody is saying something they wouldn't normally say.
Yeah,
the Warren
deepfake
video,
is a
it was
very-
her actual thing.
Yeah.
This is not fake.
Yeah.
They just used manipulation. And honestly, I can kind of see that because...
No, they're 100% right for once. They are. Also,
yes
the
and no,
cheap
yes.
flake should go away too. But it's
Yes.
harder to fight that because I could upload one tonight.
Yes.
I could upload 9 tonight with slight edits to make them different.
And really what they're saying is it's impossible to determine whether or not something like that is used for, say, like parody purposes. Like, because then suddenly Jimmy Kimmel couldn't post any of his shit.
Yeah,
the
no.
slow down Trump,
Yeah.
that makes him sound like we laugh at that. But it's not spread as disinformation, but it's got to take too many resources to determine whether or not something is done for like a malicious purpose or whether or not it's just done for like parody purposes. And unfortunately, the only way to really get behind it is you essentially start slamming on the First Amendment, which is saying you're not allowed to actually do some of these like freedom of speech elements because we're afraid you might be using them for malicious, nefarious purposes. So we have to really, at this point, we are at a crossroad. We have to determine whether or not we want to give up some of our First Amendment rights to protect the people, idiots, because not even protect idiots, but like make sure that idiots don't. Disinformation is still going to get to those idiots somehow.
Chair, we are at an internet age, like a literal crossroads, just like you said, where the dumbest people are gaining the most dumb knowledge all at once.
Yes.
I think the only
conspiracy theories are at a fucking they're beautiful.
Yeah, and I think the only way to combat it would be reverse conspiracy theories. This is my new content for this segment.
Okay.
We deep fake and cheap fake people spouting true facts, but selling it as conspiracy.
Oh yes, that's
So
you've got to paint it like as like
so you get
real
you get like
conspiracy.
a deep fake of Neil deGrasse Tyson on there going, yeah, all you truthers out there, you ready? You ready to learn some truth? We've all been fed lies by our government, the FBI, NASA's not real. They're a bunch of fucking jerk-offs just fucking shooting shit into the clouds.
Yep.
Fuck everyone, and we're going to do this the right way with real evidence, real proof. You need to see with your own eyes to believe it's real. Ready? Ready for this fucking bombshell? The world's round. And then they just go off.
Yep.
And explain how the world's round. But make it all sound like a conspiracy theory.
They're trying to tell you it's flat.
For years, everyone was saying it was flat, but we worked hard.
We finally got underneath it, yes.
We dug in, because if you think about the biggest conspiracy theorists on the entire fucking globe are scientists who were proven right.
Yes.
Galileo? No, there's no planets out there. Sun's around center of the universe. Universe is flat. You know, all that shit. Like they were. Well, the universe is flat. It's a flat plane. But I'm just saying. Like they were telling him for a long time. Like everything he was saying was
There's multiple dimensions. There's like 11 dimensions. We're fine.
Well, they were saying like the sun's not the center of the universe. All that stuff.
But yeah.
And then he was the conspiracy theorist of his time.
Of the time, yes. He was, yeah.
Until proven right. Yeah,
we're like
science.
Heliocentricity, and suddenly people like, oh, you fucking nut job,
dude. If you believed in all that back then, you'd be treated like a flat earther now. Which is why we need to maybe own it.
Make them feel almost like bring it back to those days. Because honestly, they are bringing it back to those days. They're bringing it back with their fucking flat earth bullshit.
You just said it the best way I ever could have said it.
I stumbled.
Bring the N-word back. Honestly,
bring the N-word back.
The N-word was faux pas for a long time because white people were overusing it, and then black people took it back, using all their rap songs, their culture, their music, everything.
But white people are still not allowed to use it, which is good. We should not be allowed to.
Sure. And flat Earth,
I'm not saying that as one of these people like,
no,
why are they allowed to use it? No, I don't want to use it. I don't really. I have
a point to make here.
Okay, yes.
Just like the N-word, still not being able to use by white people, but black people took it back, and now it's not bad within their own culture.
Of course, yeah.
We want the Earth to be round again. We
Scientists
want to take that back.
to, yeah, okay. Yeah.
And if they want to keep saying it's flat, then they can't use that word. They can't say it's round. They can't even agree with us if they change their mind.
They can't call us globers or whatever?
Nope, none of that. Nope. We take it back.
I like how like flat. I know we're getting to flat Earth again, like we always love to, and we really do. But
like
we
know flat Earthers. That's the saddest fucking thing. We live in one of the most educated states in the entire United States.
And like I've got a good friend who's like a homeboy who like his whole fucking Facebook feed now, because he lives in the middle of the woods, and he got a chance, and like friends weren't around to be like, hey, stupid. To like, don't think this. So now he's like anti-vax, fucking flat Earth, everything. And think of though, be flat Earth all you want, but the problem is the problem with flat Earthers is like, if you have that conspiratorial mindedness, you are going to then go into things that could essentially hurt society. So anti-vax hurts society Flat Earth doesn't. Like, whatever. Like, believe it's flat, it doesn't matter. But the problem is that the mindset that allows you to believe that means you will then start believing more harmful and harmful things. And it's what do they call it? Epistemic morality or whatever.
Yep.
So where you are epistemic responsibility, where you have a responsibility to believe the right things, because even if you believe the one little wrong thing that doesn't seem to hurt anything or hurt anybody, ultimately, like, over time, you're setting your brain up to start, like, fucking with things like, maybe, I don't know, like letting measles run rampant again.
Yeah, I read the best Twitter discussion today where someone was like, it was about vaccinations. They're like, I would never let my kid get vaccinated. All those chemicals going to their body. And then below, they like did space, and they said, I just wish they would just take a tiny part of the vaccine and put it in them so they become immune to it by only having a small dose in their body.
You mean vaccinating?
And, yeah, the first comment under was, you just explained vaccinations.
Yes. Where they take a tiny bit of the sickness and let you go, like,
they
hey,
just,
little...
they just don't want the chemicals. But those are literally preservatives. And guess what you fucking drink when you drink your Fantas, your Coca-Colas.
And here's
every
the thing.
food you eat that isn't natural, or if you're not careful about how you select your food at the grocery store, it all has preservatives in it. And sure, they're not mercury, but you know what? The small dose that's in that vaccination.
Well, you get that actually naturally in
you would naturally get it from drinking tap water.
Yes, exactly. But then they're saying, well, yeah, because that's the conspiratorial.
That's where they dump their vaccinations in our water supply.
Yeah, so of course, so we're not even drinking tap water anymore. Yeah. Like, and the thing about that, like, I understand people being like having concerns about that. I actually think people should have concerns about vaccines, because I think sometimes people on the other side of it are like a little too much like, yeah, fuck it, let them pump us full of whatever. And then, but then they're so totally against pharmaceutical companies for every other reason. So yes, question things. But guess what? When things like, I don't know, the measles and polio vaccine and shit like that have been working for all this time, and it fucking like gets it out of there, maybe listen to doctors and use that. Don't listen to Jenny McCarthy. We're not making it out of AAA today. Because I'm gonna get to
wait, okay, if we're not making it out of AAA, do we make a thing for this? Yeah, we did kinda. Well, we need to make that new content.
Oh, we did. We have a couple times now, right?
Yeah, I say we're good for the first two.
Yeah, because
I'm very unsettled by I've not read your next story, and I don't know if I can make content for it. Although I think Quentin Tarantino right now has developed this with all of his billions of dollars, because this is his jam.
We're talking about
Toe Jam.
Yeah, Toe Jam / Foot Fakes.
Toe Jam and Earl.
So we covered at one point.
You remember that video game,
God,
right?
I fucking loved that video game, dude. You kidding? Loved that video game. There's a series of them, but yeah.
That, and what was the Earthworm one?
Earthworm Jim.
Earthworm Jim.
Yeah,
oh my god.
Oh yeah, that was so good.
The golden age of side scrollers that weren't Mario.
Oddworld was another one.
Oddworld was a really good one.
Like the same one with like weird. That one, like Oddworld, was fucking complicated as fuck though. That the puzzles in that shit were so.
Yeah,
good.
they were next level Metroid.
Anyway, so we covered once on the show, This Person Does Not Exist, which was a website where you go, you click on it, and they look like people. Photographs of faces smiling. None of them exist.
This is still the foot story, right?
Yes, and literally, it was.
Because I couldn't tell one foot. If you took a photo of your foot and my wife took a photo of her foot, I don't know that I could tell them apart.
But we're not foot fetishists, right?
Oh, I'm not a foot guy. I think feet are disgusting.
I will just not look at them.
If I was ever single and a hot, I'm talking like a 10, took her foot, like pulled her stocking off and just like pushed it towards my face, nope. You can get an Uber home.
Honestly, no, I'd be fine with it.
No,
like the only thing, I draw the line at caca. That's it.
Actually, maybe.
Honestly, if a chick wants to just like just start splashing piss on me and fucking rubbing her feet on me, I'm like, if you're hot enough,
fair enough.
If that's really what you want to do, I'm like, I'm not gonna ask somebody to do it and be all into it. How about this? But at the end of the day, I'm like, well, this is what you're into. I'll click something in my brain. I can't do shit though, or puke. I will not get that far into anything, or like prolapsey stuff, weird stuff like that. Not gonna get into that.
Prolapsing, no.
I don't want to see the inside,
and honestly, no feet. But if she was like, suck on my big toad, I'm like, what are you gonna do in exchange? We can barter.
Well, yeah, but I think there could be an unspoken barter to be like, if I do this, I'm going to be able to.
Oh, it has
I'm
to be
gonna
a spoken barter in 2020.
Oh, really? Yeah. Oh, that's true. Yeah, just like a contract.
Really needs to
like,
be.
Like
It really does.
your lawyer's like right next to you, just be like, well, we do have a big toe sucking clause here.
An addendum.
Well, that's anal.
We have an anal addendum. If you agree to undersign under this line with a witness to suck
we have
her
a
toe.
notary. We have a notary. Okay.
Do we have a notary?
Yes.
Please get the stamp. She's from a different state. We need a notary from a different state too, as well.
Oh yeah, okay. We got like 16 people in one room, so if you could suck
And she's
one
just
toe.
got a big toe in your mouth while you're doing all of it,
Yeah.
but you're just like, I just really, in the end of the night, want to fuck her in the ass.
All right,
Like
yeah.
that's my life goals.
Okay.
That's my life goals. All I really want to do is anal. At one point in history, that was normal. Like, this is legislative.
yeah. Oh yeah, we got some paperwork.
We had to form a quorum.
There's a lot of paperwork involved. So anyway, so there is now the equivalent of this person does not exist is called this foot does not exist. You can go to the website and actually let me go to the website and make
Is
sure
that where you jerk off of dead people's feet?
It actually is thisfootdoesnotexist.com.
Wait, are you serious?
Now what it is like these
Like
are
if a famous. Okay, can I first give you my idea of what I think it is? In movies, famous women have had their feet out, especially in Quentin Tarantino films. I'm pretty sure, based on the angles of the filming and modern computer technology, you could mocap that foot pretty easily. Now, is this saying you can't abuse that digital foot when the actress dies?
nothing like that whatsoever.
God damn it,
no.
we need that legislation too now.
No, this foot does not exist. It's exactly like this person does not exist, which is or this face does not exist, which is they just trained a machine learning algorithm on a bunch of feet from all these websites.
But why?
To recreate feet that technically don't exist. So
Why?
when you go to something like that there, those are all feet that have been computer generated. Some of those look fucked up. You'll see some of those don't have toes.
Wait, I'm trying to talk to my mic.
Yeah, some of those don't. Some of those don't have toes. Some of those are very very
God,
good.
that one in the bottom right.
It's fucking creepy, right?
Oh, it looks like it was smashed by a hammer.
Yes.
But at the same time, people were taking like long exposure
Yeah.
photographs of it.
Some of these are definitely from TrueGore.com.
You see like hammer points through different points in time layered on each other.
Yeah. This is the.
If you don't know what long exposure photography is, listeners, go look it up.
That one's creepy as shit too. Just missing toes on one foot.
Yeah.
So anyway, but for the most part, this is just this is a machine learning algorithm. Looks at a bunch of feet, says I can build feet like deepfakes, and just creates feet on the fly. These are all feet that have never existed on a person that now exist out there that look like real feet.
Brought to you by Quentin Tarantino, co-founder of the company. What was it? The fakes thing.
What?
I already lost it.
Cheapflakes.
Cheapflakes. There we
Yeah,
go.
they're fine.
I was about to say it like I had the gusto, and I'm like, I already forgot.
Well, that's so. Do we have time for one more? We got you had one more story here. Samsung. Do you have 8 minutes to cover this one?
Yeah.
All right, let's do it.
So we're only doing AAA.
Let's call this web droppings.
Pretty much.
It really is.
And Quentin Tarantino making his own app of that is our content. It's weak content, but it works.
Yeah, but I mean, honestly, like when I brought that to the table, it was actually pretty much part of the earlier story anyway. So whatever. Also, we're only in AAA. We're not in web droppings. We don't have to come up with new content. But anyway.
So Samsung created a new AI called Neon, and Neon is
Dodge
basically
Neon.
I know, it's the first thing I thought of. I thought it was like an AI car when I first heard the headline. The idea is these are. Ooh, I had to burp. I'm just gonna let that one rest.
I think we were still puking from the foot fakes. Fucking.
Yeah, that kind of bugged me. These are virtual assistants, if you will. They look like normal people of any gender, race, etc. But they're not real people. They're all made from like amalgamations of video composites.
It's very similar to This Person Does Not Exist, which is where they again. The computer says, I've seen so many people, I can just create one on the fly. And including their feet.
Yep, and these people will help you with daily tasks. They're not a web browser. You can't do like a Siri thing where it's like they pop on your screen, it looks like a real person. You're like, what's the temperature in Tampa right now? They'll be like, I don't...
Oh, suck your dick for $1.
Well, apparently if you teach them all enough, they would literally probably come back to at some point. I don't fucking know. Because they're AI learning, and they want to learn your personality and learn what you want them to do.
But they look
But they look uncannily, but
like
not
human being.
uncanny valley.
Not uncanny valley. I mean, like, legitimately, not even uncannily.
They look like real. I thought at
like
first
real
they got
people.
actresses and actors.
I thought it was stock footage, like that they were like,
All
stock photos.
CGI.
And then it was like these are real, like these are real fake people, whatever you want to call them.
This is better than one of those Hideo Kojami, the guy who did Metal Gear. I always say his name wrong.
Yeah.
He got really
Oh yeah,
close.
I bought Death Stranding. Did I tell you that?
Fucking hate you.
Oh, I think so. I bought Death Stranding and Days Gone. Okay.
How you having fun running fucking Amazon packages through Brush?
No, here's the thing. No, here's the thing: is I bought that and Days Gone at the same time.
Oh,
and so
fuck.
okay, so I started playing Death Stranding, and it was just like it was.
I'm an Amazon delivery guy in the post-apocalypse.
And just spending time like balancing shit through rain that fucking melts me, and then I was like, I'm playing Days Gone. Days Gone is fucking. I mean, first of all, Death Stranding will become awesome, but man, I was so ready for Days Gone. Days Gone was like $20 on sale recently. Fucking dope.
Shit, I missed that sale.
It might still be going on.
I'll grab it tonight when I go home.
You should definitely check it out. It was going.
I've heard it's
going
good.
through, and it's like just playing Walking Dead in this awesome way. And dude,
I've watched the videos from
it's so
3
good.
years ago
And
when
the
they
thing
were
is,
developing
for the most
it.
part, you don't come across like the hordes. But man, when you like are just like
When you
cranking
see
your
a horde,
motorcycle
yeah.
and they're charging, your fucking heart just goes nuts, dude.
Yeah.
It's like Train to Busan style. Fucking, it is awesome. Anyway, and Death Stranding is gorgeous. It's way more beautiful graphically, everything like that. Story wise, it's amazing. You know, I've been chatting with Guillermo del Toro, who's like one of the main characters in it, like as an avatar. He's like, yeah, and he's like, bring this shit over here, and I'm like. And you just walk and you're just like balancing shit because you have to like hit like L2 and R2 to like balance shit.
Yeah,
the whole
like
time.
too much for
it's
me.
way too tedious. It's way too tedious for what I wanted to do at the time. I'm like, when is Days Gone? And fucking.
I want to live in that world and not have to be an Amazon driver.
I think really what
That's
I want
what
to do.
it feels like to me. I watch all the videos
Well,
online.
and my problem is I was trying to like take on too many. I was used to all these like Witchers and stuff like that. We're like, oh, just do everything all at once. So I'm trying to like I have like a stack of fucking shit on my back. And the more you stack on your back, like the more you like.
Of course, center of gravity.
Yeah.
And
so
whatnot.
you gotta like. So I'm just like going over a little
grow-
hill.
Grow
and I follow
taller.
it. Yeah.
Grow taller. X button doesn't do that, dude.
Yeah.
Grow taller.
It does in most other games. So I just gotta like slow down, chill out, like and back up and play the game for the way it's supposed to be played. Anyway.
You know, same experience for me. I for Christmas got Star Wars Fallen Jedi.
Okay. Yeah.
Amazing game, great voice cast. Forrest Whitaker, the red-haired
very
kid
cool.
from Shameless. A lot of other famous people in it. Great voice cast, good acting, and good gameplay. I did not get into it in my first session. I actually thought I may never play it again. Took me a second session where I decided to finally commit and learn the controls and kind of get into it. And I understand why they do some of the clunky controls, much like Death Stranding, where you have to carry like Amazon packages that reach 30 feet in the air.
Yep.
It's to challenge you so you don't just walk through this game in a heartbeat.
Yes, yeah, and so maybe you actually start paying attention to the amazing story that they're putting behind it.
And same thing, that game has an amazing
Which Death
story.
Stranding does, and
is
the graphics
canon.
are fucking amazing and all that kind of stuff. And imagine with like Star Wars, it's good that you finally have a game where it's like this great canon story because a lot of the other ones have like kind of phoned it in and be like, we'll just put characters there and then you play those characters. You're like, no, I want a story.
They
there.
still need to just do a Red Dead Redemption 2 style Star Wars game.
Yeah.
Why they haven't made that? I feel like someone at Disney just hates money.
I don't think anybody.
He's sitting on a 9 million mile high pile of like gold coins, and when they're like, "What should we do in the next Star Wars?" and he goes, "What?" But he's the guy with the ideas. He just can't hear what they're saying at the bottom. Like he's too rich.
Okay.
We're thinking about doing another. Like you walk through it, and when you're done, like it's kind of like you saw a movie, but you had to do a bunch of bullshit. It took like 9 times longer. Good. Just yells it down from the top of his money. People want a 3D world like World of Warcraft or Red Dead Redemption Star Wars game.
What?
A what? A
What?
game? Make a game. Make a game.
Just do it the same.
Do it again. Do whatever work. Do we make money? Yeah. Did you say yeah?
You just print the money on a piece of paper. So it looks like you may have missed the sale, but I bet it'll come around again. It was I thought I texted you. I texted you once, and I was like 20 like 2 weeks ago.
Did I miss your text like you missed mine?
Or like
night?
a week. No, it was like a week ago. It may have been too late either way. I was like, I bought Days Gone. It was $20. It's fucking dope. Either way, it'll go back on sale for $20 one of these days.
Yeah, I'm gonna say, oh well, I'll get it.
Actually, Goat Simulator is the free PS4 game this month, as well as another one that looked pretty good. Oh, the Nathan Drake trilogy or whatever. Right? Is that what it is?
Yeah. There's a movie coming out for it.
So there's like
I never played those games.
I never either. They're free. They're free on PS4 this month.
All of them?
No, the trilogy they had, like, or whatever. So
Whoa.
the first 2 and 3. So not 4, but the first 3.
All right.
Those are the free games, and then Goat Simulator is the other one. So.
Oh yeah, I'm getting that.
Yeah. Goat Simulator is gonna be fun.
I had it on my phone forever. It was fun running around, just fucking hitting things.
Yeah, well, you
you
just like have a rocket pack on you. You're just a goat. That's fucking awesome.
All right, so we
just went off the rails into PlayStation territory.
Honestly, this is our show. We don't often get out of segments.
We got into our own little world.
I hope everyone who listened had fun.
We will get to. How about this next week? Only web droppings. Only web droppings. Start off, and we'll do State of Horror last. So we'll just do web drop. Maybe we'll roll State of Horror into web droppings. We'll find a state from one of our stories in web droppings and cover that one. So we'll just do an all web dropping show next week for all of you, so you can enjoy it. And until then, I would say just get lost.
Get lost.